No, sir.
We gotta get our stuff.
No. Fine, I'll just come around the counter.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Come after me! Drop the gun!
And fight their way out. This is First Person Defender.
When you have a job that deals with the public, you never know what you're going to get. But what happens when angry customers are intent on doing you harm? We take a look at that right now on First Person Defender.
This force-on-force training uses real firearms converted to fire marking cartridges.
The difference between a law enforcement officer and a civilian really isn't that big a difference, because if you're working in a career field or a job where it is customer service based, you have to deal with an individual. Number one, you're running a business, and number two, you're trying to make the customer happy. You're also trying to keep the peace and get your job done efficiently.
My day job is being a school teacher. I'm a 21-year veteran history teacher in a nearby state, so I see the public on a daily basis. I got into competition years ago as a way to get better as a defensive shooter, and it progressed through the years as to where competition is just competition for me now. It's a game, but I still keep up with the defensive stuff as a way to protect my family and my home and that sort of thing.
Probably the most unpredictable and without a doubt one of the most dangerous situations, whether you're a law enforcement officer or just a business owner or employee that you can deal with, is a domestic relationship. You don't know the exact build of that relationship. You can take it in one direction and it can immediately flip on you.
Thomas is the manager at a storage facility. How does he handle an unruly customer?
We got a problem.
Yes,
We got
sir.
a bad problem.
Sure.
Right there. It's overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I paid you last week.
Okay.
Hey, shut your mouth. That's the last time I'm going to tell you, all right?
All right.
Now I want this cleared. Go get your manager. Take care of it. Is he back there? Is he
out
back there?
No, he's out in the building now.
No, I want you to go back there and check for him.
Sure.
Do it
No
right
problem.
now.
No
I'll
problem.
wait patiently. Go find him. Go.
Sir,
Oh,
leave.
whoa. You got,
Leave.
what you doing down there? Huh?
Leave.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you gonna
Leave.
pull a gun on me? No,
Absolutely.
I'm checking that manager.
No, sir.
We gotta get our stuff.
No. Fine, I'll just come around the counter.
All right, index.
Tell us what happened.
I probably went to my gun a little early.
You think so?
I do.
You think you went too early?
Yeah, I do.
What made you decide, okay, I got to get my gun now?
He walked off and I couldn't tell what he was doing. She looked nervous, and I didn't want him to come in there on me. He started throwing stuff, and everything. I asked him to leave a couple of times, and it was clear that that wasn't going to be sufficient.
Do you feel like you were justified?
It's hard to say. I didn't fire until he fired at me. Once it became clear that he was going to do me harm, yes, I really didn't have a choice at that point.
Well, it's one of the problems of being a good guy. You don't just get to go shoot people, you
Right.
know, without cause. You know?
Absolutely.
All right, so when he came in, what did it look like, and what was the first thought that went through your mind?
Well, this guy's crazy,
Absolutely. And there's always a possibility in those circumstances. It's not just a rational person coming in the door, but it's possibly somebody who's a little imbalanced or even a little chemically enhanced. You went over to the door, right?
At the door, he made a couple attempts to get in it. I started to walk back around to the counter to see what he was doing, and then there was a third attempt. I got my foot at the bottom of the door and then set up where I could see this area through the window here, and then he stuck a gun around the door. He fired a shot.
You might have gone to your gun a little early, might have, and that's kind of a decision you've got to play out, and you know as well as I do, there's a time and a place where that becomes a necessity and where it doesn't. Yeah, going to your gun at a certain time, but seeking cover, you got the door blocked, hitting 911, at least getting the cavalry rolling in this direction,
Right.
so that they're at least they're notified and they're inbound is probably one of the most critical things that we need to focus on that. All right, so we're on the range today training with a Springfield Armory XDE, and the topic comes up of dealing with close quarter shooting. If I've drawn out on this guy, I've already issued my commands, and he starts to close that gap. There's nothing really special I have to do with this gun except simply keep collapsing my hold on this gun, my purchase. My presentation just needs to collapse itself as he begins to collapse that environment. The gun's gonna shoot reliably from here as well as it's gonna shoot from out there. Okay, so I'm here, I've already issued my commands, and he begins to close that gap. I'm collapsing, maybe I'm in a position where I can't retreat, there's no place for me to go. I get back here, I'm back where I'm as tight as I can be, and he's not gonna stop. The gun's gonna work just as reliably from back here as it is out at full presentation. Okay, so you're in here, the action's taking place, okay? Right. And your bad guy has walked around the corner, presumably coming for this door. So your first thoughts on this thing, obviously when you came over here, was to come over here and try to secure this door.
Right.
Okay? The thing to think about is we get real wrapped up in a lot of classes, whether they're law enforcement classes, tactics classes, self-defense classes, getting off that proverbial X. And 9 times out of 10, when we talk about getting off that X, it's like sidestepping to the left, sidestepping to the right, moving forward, moving back, kind of traditional behavior, dealing on a square range mentality. And even though a lot of us try to get out of that, it does keep us kind of henpecked to that square range mentality. Well, if there is no left or right, because you've got this door that you're trying to secure, because if I move off of it, then I'm unsecuring this door, and I certainly can't go that way. What's wrong with coming down and utilizing as much of this as we possibly can? Mm-hmm. Because this at least gets you out of that line of fire, puts you as close to this. You're still got as much of your body indexed against this as you possibly can, coming down and being able to deal with it. And obviously the lower you can get, probably the better off. If you can get yourself down behind this, real tight and tucked, and be able to cover this area, whatever threat comes rolling in, you should be able to manage it. But the thing to think about, I know you're a good sized guy, you got your foot against the door, it's keeping it coming open, but the more physical contact you've got with the floor, the more immobile that door is going to be in the first place anyway. So it doesn't have to be on our feet. So safeguard that door as he's trying to come through it, and go ahead and assume your position. So go ahead and draw, get down, and wait. Excellent. All right, let's do that one more time. Because remember, the key thing on this is, what's the last place he saw you? Standing up. His last memory of you is upright. So the very first thing he's going to do, he's not going to come in and point at the floor, or point at the ceiling, he's going to point where he last saw you at. All right, so as KJ's coming through the door, all right, boom. There you go.
First Person Defender brought to you by Surefire, Gundelio, and Kimber.
In the first scenario, Thomas stayed inside the office, creating distance. But what happens if the bad guy gets closer? Here, Wes gives us a technique for when things get up close and personal.
In a real world set of circumstances, you'd be doing all kinds of different things. A lot of different classes have got people coming up, poking targets in the eye, different things along those lines. The reality is if you're in here taking blows and trying to protect yourself and protect that gun, you're probably tucked up, doing all kinds of things. It's going to be a timing related matter to be able to manage the gear, get up and get your hits on target. And then ultimately, as you put rounds on this bad guy, you're also trying to get him off you to create some distance away from him as well. Because again, there's our time and opportunity. So something along the lines of coming in, I'm come up, I'm going to manage my garment. Garment comes up, hits. As I move myself to the rear. All the while managing the garment, managing the gun, and creating that distance away from our situation that's up here.
If he's worth shooting once, he's worth shooting a lot of times. And that may be true if the threat is still a threat. But do you practice shooting 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds in rapid succession, or do you just go bang, bang, bang when you're shooting? Let me show you what I mean, okay? This is the Ruger Security 9. It's a nice full-size gun, lots of ammo in the magazine. So we come up, and then you can keep working to get faster and faster, but shoot 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds. Because the fact of the matter is, the bad guy may still be a threat if you just shoot him once or twice. It doesn't necessarily work where just one shot brings him down. So when you're at the range, practice shooting fast like that, controlling the recoil, getting shots on target.
In this scenario, Thomas engages a few customers that don't exactly see eye to eye.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
How you doing? No, I'm waiting for my truck. They said it was going to be out in a little bit. They're
Okay.
clearing
Great,
it or something.
Great. Just take a seat there.
All right.
What in that storage unit is so freaking important that I've got to mess with this?
Everything. Everything's important.
What? I mean, we got the
Don't
China.
ask what. Everything in there is needed.
Yeah, we just actually we rent the truck for work to just carry equipment and stuff like that.
Okay. What do you do?
Be a man.
We do video stuff, video production.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Sounds interesting.
yeah sometimes it's fun. It's all right.
Hey, man.
Hey, how we doing?
I kind of got a problem.
Yeah.
This says overdue, but it's not overdue. I paid you guys actually 2 weeks ago. I forget the check number, but it was I dropped it in the mail, and I'm catching a lot of flack for it, and it's got to be honestly, it's really got to be taken care of right now.
Okay.
But
Right,
it says I've got till tomorrow to get it out. I don't have the $700.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about it? Right now.
Absolutely. Let me look for your check.
No, right now.
I'll be happy to look for your check.
Dude,
Hey, man.
God, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to help you.
Dude, I don't
can.
want to do this. I don't want to do this right now. But if you can't do anything, dude, just do something, okay?
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll be looking for your check over here.
He ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, 911. I think I've got a problem here. Can you send somebody over to
Didn't
the
I say
store?
to go in there and take care of business?
He seems like a nice guy, but
I
like
don't
on
think the guy
matter,
is,
it's my
like
stuff.
super irritated. I tried to fix him.
Can we
up.
do-
I have to
He
take care
just,
of
you know,
everything for you.
can we not do this?
I know we're gonna
any
do this
help I
right
can get
here
in
and
there?
right
It
now.
Looks like there's a.
Do I have to do everything for
There's
you?
nothing important in
You're
there.
supposed to be the
Outside the
man
parking
of
lot
the
right now.
family. Get your ass
Let me
in
slip
here.
around the
Come on,
corner here and
we'll
see
do
what's
everything
It's
for
not
you.
that.
It's the most
Fine,
ridiculous
fine.
thing that I have to do it all for you. Get it.
It's not that bad.
Where's the manager?
Hey, can I help you, ma'am?
Hey.
Yeah, can I help you?
I need my stuff in here. Obviously, he can't do anything. Can I please get my stuff? I don't care if it's overdue.
Sure.
I need my stuff.
Do you know what number the unit is?
Hey, it's
Look, hey, y'all. Just chill
What
out.
are you doing?
Just chill.
What?
This guy's just trying to do his job.
dude. Back the f up.
Look.
That's
This is none of your business.
Hey,
Get
don't you
out
f***ing
here.
touch my.
Hey, stop.
Let go of my wife. Oh, come here, you sorry giant, mother.
Index.
Boy, we got a little crazy on that one.
That was a little different that time.
All right, break it down for me.
Guy comes in, has a problem with the bill, try to help him with it, present different solutions. He looks like he's going to do something, goes outside. I call the police. It looks like there's going to be a disturbance. See him start arguing with somebody. So I tried to slip around the side door here, maybe come around and get a better view.
Yeah, I saw you did that.
Yeah, and also you've got, you're not in that confined space anymore.
Yeah, get out of the little bubble here. So, and then they came back in.
And she was mad,
Yeah.
really mad.
And then
You
you
tried.
had Good Samaritan guy.
That's right, Good Samaritan tried to help, and as is often the case, sometimes probably made that a little worse than it had to be.
So at that point, what are you thinking?
You know, get the gun away from her, keep her from shooting anybody else, try to let this, you know, be as little collateral damage as possible.
Well, I mean, how do you think it went?
I would say it went as well as that situation could have gone, you know.
It was kind of a mess.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bad situation, you know.
Yeah.
The one thing that I did notice right off the bat, I'm watching the arguments going out there and I can hear you on the phone talking to 911. Absolutely perfect. You got a situation that's occurring out here, you're being clear and articulate, telling them what's going on. But when the scuffle started over here, this little corridor that we were operating here with the three of you, that's pretty much of a confined space in and of itself too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So we gave up one confined space to occupy another confined space. When you were on your way out to go out to the outside, what brought you back inside?
My customer over here got up and put himself in the middle of the situation.
Not necessarily your responsibility, but you got a scuffle that's going on inside your store. Could have gone straight out in the parking lot and waited for the cavalry to show up. Now, did you get any rounds off with your gun, or would you simply maintain control of your pistol?
No, I fired a shot.
Okay.
Lower pelvic region.
Thomas managed to draw his gun in the middle of this scuffle, but in this awkward position, he took the only shot he had, center of mass of KJ, from the ground up, right between the legs. Ouch.
Oh, come here, you giant mother.